Boom. Should be good to roll. Alright, we're live. Let me share this with my Discord server. Hope everyone is doing well. This is another episode of Dr. Goon Show featuring my boy Lumos. If you want to say what's up.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to the party.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to talk about 500 characters that beat Naruto. Start off spicy. This was a kind of a joke of a like goal on one of my videos, and then it actually became a real thing. So I've got to do this. I've had to do it for a minute. I kept it off for long enough. I saw the thumbnail was still uploaded on my live. I was like, oh shit, Lumos, fuck it, we're gonna talk about it. So we're just gonna keep going on a tangent of characters we think would beat up Naruto. I guess that's how we'll do it. Let's get spicy. Hey, this is not my fault. Spicy. I'm a victim of y'all smashing the like button.
Facts.
So that's all. I'm a victim. I'm the victim of this circumstance. So you have to hit the like button. You can't be mad at me. All right. I'll start off with one. Might be a hot take. Superman. Easy pickings. Early layups. I'm not even explaining myself. If you need to be explained to about why Superman beats up Naruto, log off. You've got bigger demons you're fighting.
You've got problems, man. Supes is speed blitzing in about every measurable capacity, man. There's nothing he could, like Naruto could even do AP-wise to harm the guy. It's gonna be pretty sad.
I'll be a slut and throw in some other easy ones from his crew. Wonder Woman, Batman with prep time. Fuck it. Batman without prep time. Naruto catch him on a bad day.
Yo, he's gonna throw one explosive batarang, and if that shit gets within a 5-mile radius of Naruto, that shit will kill him, unironically. It can harm Kryptonians randomly.
Flash?
Come on.
You can't speak against Wonder Woman. That's misogyny. She obviously God claps. Hey, this might throw some people off, because I actually used to be a hater of his. Well, Hawkman's beating the shit out of Naruto. Oh my god.
Dude, no lie. He's like trading blows with like Black Adam, bro. Like,
yeah, that shit's ridiculous. I read that comic because I used to say like Spider-Man and Cap would beat him up. And then I read him going back and forth with Black Adam. I said, hold on, let me fucking delete those videos.
Let me take that back. Yo, let me take that
monster,
back.
Yeah. Plastic Man, Martian Manhunter, all them boys. Black Adam, Shazam. There you go. Easy 10. Go ahead, Lumos. Give us 10.
Okay, I'll do pretty much every one of the lanterns that are like notable, I would say. So let's do Hal Jordan, John Stewart, Guy Gardner, Kyle Rayner, Sinestro, Atrocitus. I could be here all day whenever it comes to lanterns, man. These guys, any of the lanterns who are like moderate tier lanterns are going to snap like Naruto in half, like a potato. Right? Because none of those hacks are going to work.
Imagine being the lantern that loses to Naruto. Like, imagine being Lantern 812. You're just really not shit with your pouch.
You know something funny? It was like day one. It was fun. It's actually Jobber Godot who I think pointed this out to me. But it was a day one Sornik Natsu. A random person never even had a ring before, okay? They got thrown into a black hole for 7 days and survived inside the black hole. Yo, their durability is like, even random lanterns are going to have like greater durability than some of what Naruto's putting out.
I'm sorry, I don't trust the blue lanterns, those pussies.
True, there's a reason why I didn't mention them.
They're not even gonna fight, they're gonna fucking hawk it out.
Die?
God,
no, they're just cringe. Die.
The most cringe encounter in comics would be Naruto meeting Saint Walker. And fucking, he's like, you wanna just talk about why we shouldn't fight? And he's like, yeah, bro, you give me hope. It's like, this is fucking trash.
Yo, that wouldn't even be a fight. Yeah, they would try to out-talk one another. That's the worst part.
Talk no jutsu galore, bro. Unfortunate. That's my boy Arkillo.
The only difference though is Naruto's talk no jutsu actually has a good record. But yeah, go ahead.
Dude, Arkillo was because I know a lot of people don't know Arkillo. Arkillo is a boy. The only time Arkillo runs from smoke is if it's Sinestro. Anything else, he's literally sliding.
Well,
Like-
even with Sinestro in that beginning of that Sinestro solo run, he still swings at Sinestro. He don't give a fuck, even if it was Sinestro. He thought Sinestro betrayed his ideals. He was like, "Fuck it, we're throwing."
Yeah,
hands,
and then
bro.
Sinestro gave him a fucking wedgie, and it was
The
like,
dog
shut
shit
up.
out of him.
Dude, Sinestro is such a beast.
Yeah.
But Arkillo, bro,
Alright.
when he got mad because they touched Sinestro's daughter, and he's like, yo, that's an act of war. You can't touch my boy's daughter. He was swinging on over a dozen lanterns, like, at one time. He was fucking them up.
And
Yeah, they had to all, like, team up on him. It was bad. So, big Arkillo.
oh,
My boy, the god of jobbers, Killowog. One of the coolest jobbers to ever
Dude.
exist.
facts, way underrated. That dude saw the Crisis on Infinite Earths event happening and said, "Yeah, I'll tank that."
Yo,
What?
Parallax versus Naruto. Who wins? Oops. Yo, god damn it. So, yeah, that's at least, like, what, 20 with just the lanterns?
Fear isn't the thing to give in, and he'd be like, "Bro, I am fear, and now you're afraid. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here."
Volthoom. Fucking Yellow Lantern Mongol. Yellow Lantern Black Adam.
Yo, Despotellis with one shot. Explain
That's
why
my
Despotellis with one shot. Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
He circumvented the defenses of the new gods, and then he reconfigured their shit to attack somewhere else. And so, oh, this gets me going every time. Sinestro's sitting there, and he's taking hits from
He's
True
so good.
Form, my Life Equation Highfather, who's pissed off. And he just
Who wants
hears
to kill
in the
him.
mic, Despotellis is like, I have reconfigured the coordinates so they don't fucking one-shot Earth. And Sinestro goes, thank you, Despotellis, you can get back. Like, your services were amazing. And he goes, I can't get back. They've recovered their defenses and have me trapped. I am Despotellis, the savior of worlds. Coolest fucking random lantern ever. Big Des.
He went out like a fucking Chad, bro.
Oh, man. Just the little moments like that were amazing in that run.
Facts.
Oh, my God. Ichigo? Oops. Kenpachi? Oops. Aizen? Oops.
The big boys from Bleach
Yuha?
Shred
Oops.
boys.
Who's the fucking dude that colors over people? Ichibei? Oops.
Ichibei, yeah.
Dog, a lot of
That's
them.
just-
Who's the dude with like a million
a
flower
lot of
petals?
people just like go wild.
The narc. Who's the fucking fake?
Yo, Byaku Yakuchiki.
Yeah,
he is the homie.
facts.
He is
I
the homie,
actually
bro. I fucking
hated
love
him because
Byaku.
he was like, I'm the law. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm a
That
Mayuri
dude
fan,
was on
though.
such edgelord arc. Yo, Mayuri would shred up Naruto, dude. What would Naruto do after he gets doused with the shit that makes him
Mayuri
react
say,
to things?
what name
like
do
8
you want
billion
on your jar? Fucking
Yeah,
dogs him, bro. Mayuri's my favorite character.
I need to know your name, so I put what name on your jar, because that's where you're going, homie. That was messed up, bro. That was ruthless.
Imagine if I went ahead and scaled Chad above Naruto. Oh my god, a crisis on Infinite Earth. That would be terrible.
Bro, these people,
Fuck Chad.
these people will die out here.
Okay,
I can't
I'll
even
say it
convince
because
these
you
people
have
to
him,
kill me.
bro. Yancey Street
Okay.
Gang.
Oh, the whole crew. Yo, if they're rolling up shredding Doom bots, what's Naruto gonna do? Is all I'm gonna say.
Bro.
Like seriously.
Bro.
All right, drop this bad boy. We're dropping, boys.
Atrocitus, did you ever say him?
Oh no, we could go through all the Red Lanterns too. Who would absolutely beat
Yeah,
the
pretty
shit
much
out of-
any Red Lantern beats
telling-
the shit out of him.
Yo, any time Naruto gets hit with red napalm, breath. Guess what? That shit tears into the bleed. So guess what? Naruto's going to be eradicated immediately
Hold on.
by that shit.
I'm gonna need my Dragon Ball fans to lock the fuck in. Let's go. Cell, Frieza, Black Frieza. Who's that stupid ass god they have with the button?
Button, holy shit!
You know what I'm talking about?
The-
What that fucking the one that people think is like omniscient or whatever?
The
Zeno.
clown guy.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeno.
That
Okay, yeah, like a
cornball.
leader
Yeah,
guy.
Zeno.
Okay, yeah. I was thinking one of the gods for some reason, like one of the gods of destruction.
Zamasu.
Yeah, beer, any of the gods of destruction. I mean, really. All those alcohol
literally
names, motherfuckers.
every god of destruction. Jiren. Yeah. Jiren's not even gonna move his arms. The androids. Cooler. How would Naruto talk down Ultron? Ultron wouldn't give a fuck about what Naruto's got to say.
Yeah, what the fuck is Naruto? Yeah, what's Ultron gonna do? He's gonna laugh. He's gonna be like,
oh no.
Well, and you're still organic. And you're still organic, man. Die.
Bro, Ultron literally say, shut the fuck up. Like, yeah, oh man. Speaking, Ultron would kill him.
Yeah, Ultron easily.
Let's
One
go,
death
Galactus.
beam and he would be gone.
That bum Silver Surfer finally gets a confirmed W. Null Sentry. Merge Sentry. Death Seed Sentry.
Pretty much anyone from modern
then
Marvel,
fucking
dude.
Grim, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, Mr. Fantastic, Impossible Man, Mr. Mixie, Lobo.
Oh my god,
Unicron.
Lobo would fucking annihilate.
That's a good point. There's actually a fuck ton of Transformers that get the job done too.
True. Transformers is really underrated. I feel like sometimes people go real wild on them, like way too crazy, but like they really are underrated compared to what most people, I think, in general.
Midnighter, of course.
Yo, Midnighter boxing him up. Naruto would make 50 clones and Midnighter would just punch him in the face still.
Penny
like,
Quantum, Apollo, the Shaman. Yeah, it's getting spicy. Hellboy? Oh my god.
Yo, Hellboy would fucking
Animal
swipe.
Man.
Yo, I'm still not done on the lanterns. Bro, Black Hand, any Black Lantern, they got like source tier shit, so that's, or source wall tier shit, so that's fucking wild. Easy GG on any of that. Black Hand would walk up fucking one tap.
You think Vandal Savage gets the job done?
Bro, Vandal Savage a pistol that could fucking one tap Wally West, okay? Like, and he could hit Wally West.
Vandal's kind of scary, dog.
Like, unironically, like Vandal Savage would just walk up and probably shoot him. He also throws hands with Batman. So like, this guy's no slouch in the hand-to-hand department either. Like, I really wouldn't downplay that.
Every god on the Godhead in Marvel. So like Hercules, Odin, Zeus.
I'll rival your gods with more gods. All of the gods from the House of Tuath Dom that Larfleeze fought. Like every single one of them.
All the victims? Alright.
Yeah, all Larfleeze victims, and then also Larfleeze if we haven't mentioned him yet.
Actually, pretty much, yeah. I think every victim of Larfleeze could beat up Naruto. That's crazy.
Yeah, Larfleeze rolls up on the whole GLC, the Blue Lantern with Blue Lantern, Star Sapphires, and a White Lantern, bro, and he's still like, fuck it, we'll throw hands. Like,
oh, if I go Star Wars, oh my god, EU Luke, fuck it. Hey, Kylo might do some serious fucking damage. That's too bad. That's too fucking bad. If we're including the novels and the comics, big Kylo. Definitely Kylo, if you get to use Legends as well, so you could chain scale off that. But Sidious does what he wants. Yoda does what he wants.
Yeah, Sidious is fucking him up.
EU
It's like Sidious.
Problem. Nihilus? Yeah, Nihilus wouldn't even notice Naruto. He'd be like, oh, this is a tasty planet.
Yeah, he wouldn't even get past like Annihilus's minions, just like he wouldn't get past like Larfleeze's minions, right? Like he's so far out of his caliber there.
Dude, he might get one on Plagueis because I'm not a Plagueis fan. But
Plagueis got a long history of unique jobbing.
Yeah.
Good old Plagueis. I do love me some Star Wars. That's the first time I don't really get to mess around with much.
Someone said Naruto beats a Doombot. Are you crazy?
Yo, you are wildin'. Doombots are jacked. Like, look, just because I'm a DC guy, I don't mean I'm biased with Marvel.
Like, that's crazy. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, most of Warhammer's getting the job done. We don't even need to bring that. That's, oh my god. Yeah. Emperors, Primarchs, certain Space Marines themselves. Damn.
Ain't no one showing up. But yo, Yo, I would take an entire pantheon of like the most jobber tier new gods into like that fight too. And new gods like never win a fight. That's like the worst part.
Technically, every resident of New Genesis and Apocalypse can probably get the job done.
Oh, for sure. Mother
So we
boxes
just
are
named
jacked,
millions.
Man. Yeah,
like
literally.
Kratos, bro. Kratos be struggling with boxes and shit. Kratos would dog him.
Kratos would beat the shit out of Naruto. Yeah,
dude,
he's not
fucking. Bad. Hey, I'm gonna let the people know. Rick from Rick and Morty.
He's got some impressive
violating Naruto, bro.
Yeah, he's got some wild tech, especially in the comics.
He was beefing with the Cthulhu verse. They better stay safe.
I read a run. It was by an author we interviewed on the channel a while back. I read a run by him, and I was like, bro, some of the statements in here are whack.
He's gonna be writing Kingdom Hearts versus Rick and Morty.
That's what I heard. I'm so hyped to see exactly how that works out, because it'll be funny to see Disney, those characters obviously just running around Disney. That'll be funny as fuck.
Where would you guys say Doombot's rank in speed departments? Bro, they beef with like Thor, Hulk.
Yeah, they beef with top tiers.
Yeah.
Like those bots are meant to be Doom whenever he's not around, and that's not just for looks, right? Like Doom bots are meant to be aggressive. They're meant to think they're Doom, and thus they act like Doom, and that aggression is included.
Damn, Naruto took a lot of L's on this day. Rest in peace, Naruto. We gave you 500. Someone said, and you think Naruto's keeping up with Thor? Hold on, it's time to ignore that guy.
Yo, there's no way.
Holy
there's no
shit.
way somebody just said Naruto in speed is keeping up with Thor. Holy shit.
True.
Thor the best wank you could ever get, the best wank you could ever give to Naruto would be not even the worst thing you could give to Thor. Like that's the messed up stuff, bro. Like get out of here.
Big if true.
As somebody in my chat said, as somebody in my chat said, yo, you have to get beyond Beyblade before you start messing with like high tiers inside Marvel. Chill.
All right, we're gonna move on to Lantern talk.
Yo, let's go.
So I'll just put it out there. I got into it with someone in the comments. It was actually a pretty fun discussion about how Hal Jordan and Sinestro should be written. So I'm going to ask you that in the vague sense as well, and then we'll get a little more nuance as we talk. How do you think Hal Jordan and Sinestro should be written in comparison to one another?
I think they're meant to be written as parallels, two sides of one coin. One representing will, and the other one representing fear. But they represent something similar to like a yin and yang, because they're not pure. Each one has a fraction of what the other one desires, and they think that other side is better than the one that they're on. So it's like a balance between the two. They should always be seen as equals and continuously pushing each other to get stronger. And they respect each other, which is why they've never killed each other individually. And living up to that is important. That's what I would say. That's how I'd write them.
Let me tell you why you're dead fucking wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I agree with that. I think there's I compare, and I don't know if I talked about it much in my recent video of Sinestro War Part 1, which is a banger, guys. Go check it out.
I'm gonna react to that down the way.
I was like, dude, if you think about it, the way it's written there, right? Sinestro is almost like a Doctor Doom in that run, where it's like,
very true.
No matter who he's going up against, they fucked up giving him time to prepare for it. And where he was at that point, I personally preferred that version of Sinestro because he is stronger than Hal in that run. Dogs him with the use of parallax. And I think that could have set up to a really cool fucking story about Hal overcoming parallax. Because then that puts him even again.
So something I'll say is like that's the cool part about their relationship is that they are always pushing one another to be superior. And there are times where Hal will just get the dog shit kicked out of him by Sinestro, being a prime example. I think that if you look at the lead up to Sinestro Core War, like the homies in the chat over here are shouting out, Sinestro Core War delved a lot into that. And before the events of Jeff Johns, we never really saw things from like Sinestro's perspective. It was always from Hal's perspective. Johns gave us kind of that light interpretation into it, and that Sinestro solo run is like the ultimate culmination of that style of writing, because then we just started seeing everything from his perspective, and things started to make him a lot more of an anti-hero, more and more of an anti-hero, and less of just a ruthlessly evil villain. And it makes sense. It's justifiable, and it works for Sinestro's character. I like that aspect of his character, that he's always pushing, always challenging Hal, and not afraid to beat the dog shit out of him or tell him he's outright dog shit in the moment, like he did in the New Gods run, because he was just not acting like himself. He wasn't being the man that Sinestro actually looked to and saw as a rival.
Dude, one of the funniest fucking moments from that running, guys. I'll do my best to get that next part up of Sinestro War. Sinestro is about to fumble the bag, right? Like, he's close to getting them all fucked up. And he goes, oh my god, I'm about to make a Hal Jordan level mistake. Bro, the funniest fucking dig at Hal ever, bro. Like, bro,
there's like
he says that in the clutch.
7 or 8 of them. There's like 7 or 8 of those fucking moments in that New Gods run where he says that. Like, they all get captured by the New Gods, and Sinestro's like, yo, dude, you guys don't even understand. You're all about to realize the true grip of unbridled fear. The unfettered fear of realizing we have to trust Hal Jordan. Fate is in Hal Jordan's hands. We're so fucked.
Bro, that man got hit by a pissed off Hal in this run, and Hal's talking shit after he hit him, and Sinestro looks up at him and he goes, "Oh, so you're not an illusion? You're just in my way." I was like, "Hal, get the fuck out of there!" Sinestro's locked in.
You're stupid enough to fucking stand in my way. I thought I had to be an illusion. Damn.
Bro, he's so funny. Sinestro is so fucking funny.
Why is Sinestro's one-liners just fucking god tier? Okay, he says the funniest, most god tier shit whenever he's talking to people.
Oh no, I'm about to make a Hal Jordan level mistake. Like, dog, I'm sorry if I'm a hero present when he says that, I'm gonna laugh. I'm like, my bad, Hal. That shit was funny as fuck.
Dude, he has no filter, and he says the most raw shit. Like when Jon Stewart was trying to act real tough in front of the whole GLC in the Sinestro Corps, and he looks to him and he's like, Jon Stewart, big rah speech. You guys need to be better than this and all this stupid shit. And Sinestro steps up. He's just like, hey, anybody who steps out of line will deal with consequences directly from me. And everybody shuts the fuck up. And he's like, yeah, my ability to command people exceeds yours. You're like a child trying to lead people. Go and get Hal Jordan next time you need something done, because you clearly can't do it. Oh shit. Yo, you just fucking shits on Jon Stewart.
He be doing fucking Jon Stewart dirty, bro. He was walking with Jon Stewart after taking them to the antimatter universe, and Stewart's like yelling at him about how they have to save people and shit like that. And Sinestro just goes, "You forgot to say thank you." Stewart's like, "Dude, fuck you, bro." Sinestro's like, "Yeah, now what? What are you gonna do?" Bro, Sinestro was like, he pulled up a Highfather.
Yo, Highfather's like killing the last of the Green Lanterns, and it's like Sinestro and Jon Stewart left out of everybody that's remaining, man. And Sinestro just turns to Jon Stewart and he says, I can't think of the list of people I'd rather die by than you.
Yeah, nah, it's kind of cool though, like how he respects him. Like he just admitted, like, yeah, I kind of fuck with Stewart.
No, it was the opposite, bro. He was saying, I'd rather die by anyone other than you.
Oh, really? Oh, fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Bro, which comic is that?
That's in that New Gods run, bro. It's so good. Like Highfather, before he has that final confrontation with Highfather, they're both about to be converted into those fake lanterns, and he looks at him and he just Sinestro says, "Bro, I can't think of the list of people I'd rather die by other than you, Stuart." Stuart's like, "Yeah, I wish you died too, bro. I just wish I was the one who did it."
Classic, bro. I gotta read that one.
Bro.
I don't know. It's either been a long time or I haven't read it.
Well, the problem with that New God run is because it's like I think 7 or 8 different lantern tie-ins that all comprise that entire thing. And if you don't read each individual one, you do miss out on like small little bits, which is kind of frustrating. But that's also what's cool, is because it makes it such a big cohesive story over, I think, the course of like 5 runs, I think. 5 or 4 different runs that were going on at the time. I think 4 because Larfleeze was not directly involved in that in any meaningful capacity.
Justin said you're back in the power scale, and no, I'm not. This was just a light goal that I'd forgotten to do, so we kind of did it as a joke.
Yeah.
We're talking about the writing of Hal Jordan Sinestro right now.
Yeah, facts. Hiei versus Sinestro disc battle. Yo, Hiei has some bangers, but dude, Sinestro just has too many. Bro, Sinestro is that guy. It would be funny to see though. That's for sure.
Dude, the fucking part where we see in this series, the people are told that the reason the Yellow Lanterns swing on everybody is because they're more afraid of what Sinestro will do if they let him down.
Well, yeah, who wants to piss off that guy, bro? Like, if you fail Sinestro in the court, he'll just kill you. Like, that's not even a negotiation, bro. That's just how it is with that guy. Like in Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, the first thing he did when he found out one of his dudes, A, failed to grab Hal Jordan, and then B, grabbed a child. We're grabbing children instead of like normal people. He created a construct instead of that guy and ripped him in half instantaneously. He was like, bro, you done fucked up. I ain't having that. And all those people are scary on their own worlds, which is what Sinestro wants, which is why he drags them in. But they're scary on their own worlds. They're now in a bigger sea, right? They're running into the big scary fish of fear, and they have no fucking clue what to do against that guy. So of course they're afraid of him. That guy has fear itself afraid of him. Could you not be?
Yeah, dude, shout out to Parallax for just being very unserious that whole Sinestro run.
Dude, yo, he tried to break away from Sinestro and was like, then Sinestro looked at him, he's like, bro, I treat you like the dog you are. You want to try that tug of war? I've won. Don't try that shit with me again. And later on, and
then he stopped fighting back. I was like, damn, Parallax.
Because he knew. In Rebirth, Parallax runs away and possesses Superman. Why would he possess Superman? Not just for the memes. He possessed Superman because he was like, I need a body who's capable of fighting Sinestro. I could finally not be under the will of Sinestro if I have Superman as a host. Like, think about how fucked up that is.
It's actually pretty crazy to think about.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. The Sinestro Hal dichotomy. What was this commenter saying? Because you brought it up to me before we started chatting. And you said that like this. What's up?
Obviously in the coverage of Sinestro War, I think that's what the New 52 solo run's called, right?
It's just called Sinestro. It's not even Sinestro Corps or anything. It's just Sinestro. Sinestro Corps War is like a 2005 run.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
2005, 2004.
Sinestro.
No, 6.
Fucks up Hal. Like, that's just a fact. Like, it was not like a disputable happening. It was pretty cut and dry. And
it was just an outright ass kicking.
The dude was like, oh, well, Sinestro clearly doesn't scale to Hal because this happened in one comic. I was like, bro, in this New 52 version, which is a continuation of the other continuities, for whatever reason, they just decided that fucking Sinestro was at a point where Parallax is a bitch to him. Like, him being at or above Hal is not crazy.
Yeah, I think that he is like Sinestro is definitely top tier. Top tier Lantern. If you want to say like base versus base, both of them have like either devoured a concept or become a concept entirely. So I would put that on in terms of similar levels. I will say Sinestro traditionally needs Parallax to get that edge on Hal Jordan for sure. And there are times where Parallax wields, or Sinestro wields Parallax, and Hal Jordan can tie him. But at that specific moment, so like the thing that people don't understand, and this is like a big argument all the time whenever people say like, hey, why doesn't Hal fight Superman and one-shot him if he's as strong as you're saying? Well, that's the unique thing about like lanterns in general, is their power set is based on their feelings, and their feelings can change dependent on who they fight. Sinestro is taking things a lot more seriously than Hal, because Hal does not want to kill Sinestro. Sinestro wants to convert Hal, so there is a lot of different battles where they're kind of holding back on one another. But if you look at the storyline and plot, specifically throughout the entire New 52 era, Sinestro has a lot more to fear than Hal has to be willful for. Think about the entire core premise of that run. Sinestro regained his fear back, something he had given up upon because his people, the Korrigarians, were being turned into slaves because of him. And he couldn't tolerate that anymore. Yeah. Right? Like, he couldn't handle that. So his fear was genuinely on that level at that point in time. His drive was so much more than Hal Jordan's at that moment in time. And frankly, Hal was walking in there really arrogantly with no plan. He thought he could just wander in and slap up Sinestro, who didn't have Parallax on hand, and his arrogance, in classic Green Lantern fashion, was punished as a result.
Sounds like bum activity. I think Sinestro's best written when he's up. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, I think when he's at or above, because he's so brilliant as well that, and you know, another thing we can kind of talk about is, I felt strongly that in that run, Yellow or Fear was put up the most. Like, it straight up said pretty much everything else ties into Fear. Like, yeah, you show willpower because of fear. You get angry because of fear, stuff like that. I think Sir Geets in the chat. He said, "What up?"
I think. Oh, what's up, bro? I think that it's kind of up in the air. I think that you can have a blind. I call them emotional blinders, like in my Discord and stuff. I think lanterns, whenever you put on a ring, you get emotional blinders on, and you begin to see kind of everything through the lens of your emotion. I think fear is no different. It's true that you can get to that route with a lot of things, but you can also analyze, I think, most of the rest of the emotional spectrum from that same perspective with each individual emotion. I think just Sinestro does it the most direct and straightforward way, because that's kind of how fear works, right? Is it's straight and to the point, the way Sinestro wields it. But I do agree, the way Sinestro wields it, and yellow and green are the center of the spectrum, green being more centered. So they tend to be the most balanced and in my opinion, some traditionally more of the stronger emotions outside of things like on the very edges. Larfleeze being, I think, like the one major exception.
I think, I mean, I kind of spoke on it, but I think it's cooler that they're written that way, kind of piggybacking off what you say, because it gives us a fresh perspective on, it allows us to at any point understand if a certain emotion is showing greater strength, because we've gotten perspective on how that could be the case.
I like non-static powers. A static power would be like Superman's Kryptonian physiology. You can't make an excuse why Superman jobs to something below his durability level whenever he has Kryptonian DNA and the yellow sun above him, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. But if you're having a bad day as a lantern because your entire family was killed and you're powered by will, for some people, that makes sense as to why they wouldn't be as strong as they normally are. It gives excuses for why one character isn't at like a consistent level fighting like every single person that they have, and leads to a unique dichotomy amongst like factions, right? One of the unique things about the Lanterns is there's a bunch of different perspectives that they have, and none of them are inherently wrong, which is something I value, which is very different than I think most of the heroes and villains from DC, just in general. Emotions aren't inherently evil. It's what you do with them. Look at Will. Sinestro did some real fucked up shit with willpower. Was Will evil? Not really.
Yeah, I can see that. Red's a weird one. Anger is because Atrocitus will seem like a world beater, and then you'll see other Red Lanterns getting fucked up by Base Back.
Yeah. Like, Atrocitus is definitely, I think, a standout amongst his core. And talk about somebody who, in my opinion, pretty much lost all sense of drive. You want to talk about somebody who got nerfed emotionally? Atrocitus is like the biggest prime example of that, to prove my point. Because Atrocitus, his entire purpose was kill Krona. Hal Jordan killed Krona. Name one interesting thing Atrocitus has done since then.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Because his drive was killed.
Really doesn't get shine. He really doesn't. Not anymore.
Well, and that's because, in all reality, like, it's no hate to Atrocitus. I wish Atrocitus was better. I wish Atrocitus was back. But sometimes with Lanterns, once you lose that drive, you're just done. Like, you just never will recover. You'll never be the same monster you were before. Sinestro will always have that drive because the drive to enforce order is always there. And that's like something core to his beliefs. That's like tied to his character. Atrocitus was out for his revenge. And he was robbed of that. So he'll never be that guy again. Hal wants to be the strongest guy there is. Just because. Because he can. Because he has the will to do so. And as a result, Hal will always continue to grow stronger.
If you could get rid of one core.
Blue Lanterns. Oh, no, I take it back. Ultraviolets. I think that was...
What's the beef with the Ultras?
Yo, Ultraviolets were the biggest dog shit core I think that ever existed, okay? That solely survive off of statements alone. You know, I talk a lot of shit on the Blue Lantern core. I shit on the Blue Lantern core a lot, okay? I like really shit on the Blue Lantern core. As a Lantern guy, you really wouldn't expect that, but I ain't gonna lie, I really do. The Ultraviolet core, A, they suck, and they've never done anything interesting, and B, the entire core alone couldn't stop, like, random Justice Leaguers. Or not random Justice Leaguers, like, top 7 Justice Leaguers. Like, the entire core with the emotional entity rolled up on Superman, and they couldn't even stop fucking Superman, bro. That shit was, like, unbelievable. When Parallax alone can roll up and mind hack Superman, how is, like, an entity that's supposed to be representative of the counter of the entire emotional spectrum, the life and death sides of the emotional spectrum, but they couldn't beat Superman? And keep in mind, life and death both have scaled above Superman in verse before, through, like, Lantern scaling. And Parallax has literally possessed Superman before, and mind hacks and beat the shit out of him, like, multiple times. So maybe Superman is getting stronger, which is definitely a fair thing. But when your core shows up and they do less than the Blue Lanterns, how am I supposed to respect you in, like, any meaningful capacity?
That's a fact. I mean, it's hard to argue against that because you read a lot more of a...
Like, to drive the point home to something you can relate to, I want you to think about that run. I want you to think about how John Stewart was compared to next to Sinestro, okay? I want you to think about how far away John Stewart was seen in comparison to fucking Sinestro. In that run, Sinestro gets an ultraviolet ring, and he says, "I'm stronger than any Lantern who's ever been," okay? And then John Stewart overcomes his ability. Fucking John Stewart. And this isn't Godstorm John Stewart. This is base Green Lantern John Stewart. Are you fucking for real? Like, he had no amps, no nothing. He's seen as superior to Sinestro with a ring that was comparable to the whole emotional spectrum with the green ring. That is, like, the dumbest shit I've ever seen. I love Scott Snyder's writing, but the Ultraviolets were downright dog shit. And it's sad, because I really like that 2018 run, too.
I got one, and it's kind of a hot take.
What's up? Hit me with it.
The White Lantern.
I'll agree with you. Like post Rebirth. Actually, no, not even post Rebirth. Post New Guardians run. 10 out of 10. Because like Kyle really was on some shit. He really was doing some things in the New 52. The New 52, before the New 52 is over, he kind of loses a lot of that shit. He gives up all that power. And then we just forget about anything to do with the White Lanterns being relevant after that. Like, I hate to say it's a retcon, because it's clearly not. They reference the White Lantern and things along those lines afterwards. But like, he becomes like an Omega Lantern after that, which that's a story that no one cares about because it completely sucks ass. He was the first Omega Lantern, not Roy Harper. And like, that story was so bad with the Omega Men that when I tell you a Lantern story is bad, you know it's pretty dog shit. After that, like, Hal Jordan is a Green Lantern in Rebirth is like coaching him on how to avoid attacks from like lavas spewing like on an exploding planet. It's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Kyle really just turned into like an idiot after that and then got nerfed by Dr. Manhattan. So I kind of see that perspective. The core in general, we just forgot about. They just don't really exist. There was a whole White Lantern Corps that was developed at the end of the New 52, or like at the end of the New Guardians, and then we just legitimately never talk about them again. It's
What's
so
your
sad.
favorite Lantern Corps?
Ooh, my favorite. So
I'm gonna grab something while you speak on it. I'll be right back.
I can't say Larfleeze because Larfleeze isn't really a core. He's just himself. Like at that point in time, I'm just choosing a character. In terms of core, I definitely would say I think either Green or Fear. I think Will just has such a unique history with like the Guardians of the Universe and like everything going on. There's just so much history and so many things going on for the Green Lantern Corps. It's hard not to appreciate not only like the lanterns and stuff, but the Guardians, their history and their impact on everything throughout time and space. Sinestro, I really do like his ideology. But yeah, he's just a little too wild, bro. Sinestro's crew is a little too wild even for me. I do appreciate, I think, the Yellow Ring the most out of all of the Lantern Corps, though. Oh, and don't forget, guys, this is a super chat stream, so if you guys want to drop a question down low, I'll definitely answer your question. All you have to do is pop off on that bad boy, or donate to the Streamlabs down low. I'm trying to get a stream deck to help make streaming a little bit easier. And your contributions toward that bad boy help out a ton. It's up on the top right side of the screen, so you guys can kind of track that bad boy too. But thanks for hanging out my chat as well. If you guys haven't gotten the chance, like and subscribe to both me, Lumos Theromax, and the homie Dr. Goons as well. He's a channel homie, so you already know. Yeah, he's a channel homie, so you already know we're repping. God, dude, this game is so wild, bro. I'm facing so much shit. I'm throwing the sentry out, boys. Fuck it. We done playing. Yo, Sinestro versus Larfleeze. Don't know DC like that? Yeah, Sinestro would probably get his ass kicked by Larfleeze, I'm not gonna lie. He probably would. We haven't seen Larfleeze in a minute, so who knows? Maybe the upscaling for Sinestro has finally caught where Larfleeze is at, but I ain't gonna lie, I don't think it has. Larfleeze is really that guy.
He's an absolute monster.
I was answering some chats over here. Aren't you over here? Oh, Argon the Hunter, thanks for the subscription, bro. All right, looks like we're going to the ICBM. We're launching this shit, boys. But yeah, no, I said probably Will or Fear for my answer. I don't know if you heard or not. That's probably where I'm at. I just consider Larfleeze like his own dude. I don't know if I consider him his own core, bro.
It's actually pretty fair.
It's just Larfleeze. At the end of the day, like, his lanterns and stuff are cool. Don't get me wrong. I have an entire folder just full of Larfleeze's lanterns hacks, and each one of their characters and stuff. But at the end of the day, nobody really cares about them. They just really care about Larfleeze beating the fuck out of people and enslaving them. Yo, this new Green Lantern run though, you messed with it at all?
You talk about with John?
No, like the actual, not the War Journal run with Jon Stewart, the Green Lantern run with Hal Jordan.
No. Is it
Yo,
fired?
Sinestro just officially came back a few chapters ago. In this run, like they officially re-announced him during the Night Terrors event. Sinestro got hit by that shit since he was on Earth, and he like went off the deep end after being hit with that fear shit, and it's kind of implied he gave up on fear. And when he runs into Hal Jordan next, he somehow, out of rage, converts his yellow ring into a red ring and throws hands with Hal Jordan. And it almost blows up the whole planet, all of Earth in the process. Something's going on with the entire emotional spectrum. It's being altered or damaged in some foundational capacity. And it's changing everyone and everything in verse as a result. Like everyone's emotions are being impacted. These new United Planets goons are running around wielding rings that can they're like Phantom Lantern rings. They can change between all the cores simultaneously based on how the users feel in the moment. They're like mood rings. And they're attempting to destroy all the other Lantern cores presently. It's a pretty interesting stuff. I'm really looking forward to see what
I was about to
cooking.
call this commenter a jackass, and then I realized it was GB. He said, "Yo, I don't know if y'all realize Godzilla vs Superman isn't canon." Like, shut up,
from that
GB.
comment in your channel the other day. Yo, that's like a real issue though. That's like a real issue in the community, to be honest though. Like everyone and their cat and dogs are sitting around thinking that that's like the most canonical thing for either DC or Marvel, and it's like, or DC or like Godzilla, and it's like, dude, it's just a fucking crossover comic. Chill, bro.
I don't really power
these
scale
people?
anymore. For the recent comment about asking if I was gonna look into higher tiers in anime, so I really don't power scale anymore. So I'm not driven to look at like top tiers or whatever. I'm more so driven for story at this point.
Yeah, facts. That's the way to do it anyway, man.
Yeah, I don't judge a story based on the power scaling or whatever.
Too many people do as well. That's something that really triggers me. I think one of the better stories out there is something that doesn't even scale high. It doesn't have to scale high for this shit to be like genuinely solid writing. I don't like the Lanterns because they're the strongest characters in verse. They're not. Okay, blatantly, the Lanterns are not the strongest characters in verse, okay? I like them because they have genuinely good stories. I wish more people had that kind of ideology behind them. The only reason I mess with power scaling in general is because people will say dumb shit like Hal Jordan isn't planetary. And I'm like, okay, chill. Chill. Let me show you a story where some shit happens. 9 times out of 10, that shit's weeby as fuck.
10 characters you want to see return to the spotlight in comics for 2024. That's a fun one. GB's repaid his debts of trolling with a good one.
Okay.
You want to give one first? I guess we'll do five of each, like 5 of yours, 5 of mine.
Yeah, I'll start off. I'll go Larfleeze, bro. We haven't seen Larfleeze in ages in any meaningful capacity. I'd love to see Larfleeze in the modern day to see exactly what he's been up to, what he's been memeing on. I think we haven't seen him since Rebirth, so I can only imagine the shit he's doing now with more shit in the universe. Who you got?
I'ma go. Okay, this might be controversial. No, actually, I'll just go with this one. I need a major Ben Grimm story arc. I need him to face the Mother of Horrors, Geek Hulk. I need him to beat them all. But on a serious note, let's bring back a really fire Fantastic Four story. Whenever Fantastic Four is cooking in Marvel, everything around them gets better.
You are not wrong.
What's your second one?
Actually,
I'll go back to back. I'll go back to back. I need Kid Nova. Kid Nova's original runs were so fucking fun, dude.
Yeah,
that shit was so fun.
For a minute.
Yeah, bring him back. Right? Yeah. Well, Sam Alexander, man.
Or Sam, yeah. But that was I always liked his stuff. That and the Nova Corps. Honestly, the Nova Corps just I was actually having a big conversation about this in my server a while back, where we were talking about like the Nova Corps in general, right? In comparison to like the Green Lantern Corps. They just need some runs where the Nova Corps just exists and is like actually important and not just dying. Because like the Green Lantern Corps dies a lot, but there's a lot of runs where they're just out and about, right? Like they just exist, they're out doing their thing. And the Nova Corps, it doesn't really feel like they do. Or at least not that I've seen. I'll admit I'm not the most Marvel read person in the world, but it just really feels like they're lacking that. And the younger kid as a person to introduce you to that, I always thought was a really good idea.
Yeah, Sam Alexander was a dog, bro.
Let's see. Yo, I'm gonna stick to more lantern oriented content because that's where I'm at. Yo, Black Hand. Black Hand showed up one time and it was like the dumbest thing since Death Metal. Was not a fan of how they handled him at all. I'd like to see him come back in a meaningful capacity since we're dealing with emotional shit, emotional spectrum stuff in the modern day. I think that'd be really cool. Because last we saw him, he was like breaking the fucking source wall and shit. He was like on some stuff, man.
I'll say. So I like the way, first of all the X-Men related stuff right now is absolute gas. So
that's what I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, so keeping that up, but in particular, I would give Juggernaut a fire solo run.
Amen,
I think that'd be
dude,
crucial. Exploring Sidorak more, stuff like that. I think it'd be
in the modern
fire.
age.
Yeah.
Sidorak needs to be like explored in the modern age. That's something even in the older stuff we barely did, and it like he has such a unique place in like the cosmology. In the modern day, it would be nice to see where he fits in, I guess. In comparison to everyone else, because we haven't seen him in a minute, have we? Like in a meaningful capacity.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Sounds
man.
like getting shot through Thanos' head in the future and stuff like that.
Yeah, obviously like
used
the memes
as a bullet. But nah, I think we could use a really good injection of Juggernaut storytelling in 2024.
Yo, this is gonna be a hot take, okay, for all the for like probably the old head readers in here. Yo, Captain Atom. Like Captain Atom shown up a bunch of times in the modern day. Like he showed up in Doomsday Clock and like put the nail in the coffin for like the first or the second body host of Dr. Manhattan. And he was seen as like this really powerful character inside that run. Except for we haven't seen him like do anything in quite some time. Like quantum powers have clearly gotten a massive upgrade, especially with like Dr. Manhattan being involved with DC. So it would be cool to like touch up and explore upon those concepts with him. Or even just like the quantum realm in general. That'd be cool. Because he was like really big and really powerful inside like the 2000s and 90s, bro. He was like jacked. Or no, it was even before that. He like fought Necron and stuff. He was utilizing the full totality of his power. He was like genuinely on some shit. Who you got? Who you repping, huh?
I would say I'm gonna get shit for this, but I'm going for it. Brother Voodoo.
Okay.
Some people don't love him. Some people think we got plenty of magic already. But me personally, I'm a big Brother Voodoo fan. I think he adds a darker dynamic to the storytelling with Sorcerer Supremes, because sometimes Doctor Strange can kind of be a bitch about levels of magic he's going to use.
You are not there.
Yeah. I would definitely say Voodoo is my next pick. I'm going to do GBs real quick. GB said for Marvel, he'd go Zarathos. Beta Ray Bill. For DC, he'd go Omega Lanterns in general and Catman.
True. I could agree with like the Omega Lantern concept, because we kind of touched up on that a little bit with like Darkseid and then like White Lantern Kyle, but that shit is so out there. It would be cool to like get a full run with like what we saw at the end of Infinite Frontier, where Darkseid handed that Omega ring that to Oh, what the hell was her name? I can't even remember. Some random side chick who was supposed to replace Psycho Pirate and Roy Harper. Like, following up on that would be really cool, GB. I do agree with that. What do you think about the Beta Ray Bill pick? I'm not. I know Beta Ray Bill obviously, but I'm not up to date with like anything Beta Ray Bill. So, what do you think about that?
Yeah, Beta's always dope. I've loved the Beta since he debuted. Always been a fun character, just a fucking ride or die. Sticks to his morals, and that's what we're rolling with. He's gonna swing. You
That's
gotta love
fair.
a character that'll fucking swing. So a cool Beta Ray Bill arc would be dope.
Facts. To kind of follow up on that, I'm gonna throw another one out there. Killowog. Actually, referencing something you said earlier, I think Killowog. He's just had enough time. He always plays like second fiddle to like Hal and some of the other characters, but he's got a very interesting history and a lot of really solid character. It'd be cool to just kind of get some Killowog stories in the modern day, because we had kind of the buddy cop stuff for a while way back in the day with like Killowog before he got retconned into being like a drill sergeant. But we kind of need that nowadays, but I doubt we're gonna get it considering they just quote unquote killed like Killowog in the modern stuff. Sinestro got him killed.
Rip to a real
Of
one.
course it's Sinestro. Of course it's Sinestro.
By the way, I think I'm feeling inspired. I think I am gonna just publish the full Sinestro movie today.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fire one.
Yo, I get the full video for the live react later on. Let's go.
That's true. That's very true. My next character would be Etrigan.
Dude, they have been
Etrigan
dumping
the
on
Demon.
Etrigan recently.
Yeah, he turned into a chew toy for Doomsday.
Bro, even worse than that, like he's like out here like losing fights to like fucking Wally West's kids. Like, it's the most fucking disrespectful shit I've ever seen. Woo, that laser about fried me in half, boys. Holy shit. Speaking of which, how's your download going?
I think it is downloaded. Let me see. We're talking about Helldivers 2, by the way.
Yeah, boys. I'm streaming this bad boy now. You know what? Oh, we don't have cooldown yet. Shit. Oh no! Oh no! I got fried, boys. Yo, that was big, Rip. But no, I'm hyped for that Sinestro vid, man. I always love me some Lantern stuff. I should have, if things go well this week, some more Lantern content out, so.
Fire. We need to collab soon.
Facts. I could agree with that more. I do like me a good collab. These last few weeks have had some stuff going on. I focused on that huge video, dude. That huge video. I don't know if you saw that 45-minute banger I dropped that covered the history of DC. Oh my god, bro. That shit took ages to do, man. That was so much information. Yo, and the worst part is I didn't even get the views I wanted. I was so mad about that. I was like, come on now.
English US.
Where the love? Where are all the people at? Go check out my my full DC timeline, man. I haven't getting a lot of love from people I haven't seen in ages, though, on that video.
Subtitle mode.
Shoutouts to some of the homies I reconnected with over the last few weeks on that. Only problem with playing this game is, man, this shit thing is horrible for monetization. Holy shit. They limit this shit every time they get a chance. Yo, support the stream, man, because I guarantee you YouTube isn't.
Yeah, I got downloaded, so I'm gonna probably play it on 6 today, because my homeboy is gonna hop on as well.
Hell yeah. Best luck grinding, bro. May you
That's
serve
Sinestro.
Super Earth the best you can.
We'll do 10 who should be lanterns.
Let's go.
That'd be an easy collab. Character 1. Bang
no.
Grim.
Ooh, that rocket about took my head off, boys.
White Lantern Bang
What else
Grim.
been blowing up with you, though, man? What else you been reading on, huh?
Hold on, can he not? I don't think he can hear me. Can you hear me? Hold up.
What is the chat, boys?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I was saying maybe we should do 10 characters who should be lanterns.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
That's an easy collab. Plus it'd be like, we'll go 5 each. Should we do it in verse or in fiction?
Yeah, well, we could. I tell you what. Let's just split it up. We'll do one in verse.
Oh, why don't we just be whores for views? What if lantern rings were in Dragon Ball?
I could do that. Yeah, we could do that. That'd be interesting. I've talked that a few times inside my channel, actually. Oh my god, it's Nazi
shit.
zombies, boys.
We would get hella views off that shit.
Facts.
That's it. This is so. By the way, Lumos, I forgot to tell you, I usually stream for an hour for episode length. So,
There you go.
chat, peer pressure. Go to Lumos' channel and peer pressure him into recording that today with me because I think I can record today.
Yo, I cave into peer pressure if it's good enough, but only whenever it's YouTube comments. Trust me.
Facts
From the homies, not from the dipshits.
We might, I might get in your DMs and we'll start plotting out that what if discussion because I think that's a banger. That might go up today and then Sinestro tomorrow or something. But yeah, it's been a fun hangout. I'm gonna head out, record videos for today and whatnot, and we will see y'all later. Go check out Lumos' channel. Peace.
Later.